Perfect. So this formation is gonna be about the neighborhood where the festival will take place. I don't know if you had the chance already to look it up a little bit. Do you know how it is called or where it is geographically in the area of Barcelona? Some of you know. It's not right or wrong, it's just to see how we are here all together, if we are connected, if how many information we need.
You mean where is located in Barcelona?
Exactly.
I'm not sure, but it is the Gothic neighborhood.
It's next to the Gothic. It's still the main part of the city center of Barcelona. It's right next to the Gothic center, and it's called Sant Pere, Santa Caterina y la Ribeira. It's part of the old city, as it is the Gothic neighborhood. And this barrio, this neighborhood, so it's composed of three different spaces, three different neighborhoods. That is, one is Sant Pere, one is Santa Caterina, and the other is La Ribeira. So just to start an introduction, okay, I said it's the old city. I would like to share my screen now so that you can see the map. So, no, I'm sorry, I cannot take, no, I cannot choose the right. Here it is. Okay. So this is the Gothic, as you said, Bruna. You see there's this big road, it's Via Laietana, that divides the Gothic from our neighborhood. This here is Asociación Cultural Tudanzas, is our office. And here, as you see, we have the Mercado de Santa Caterina, which is right nearby. And here there is one of the biggest parks in the city, Parco de la Ciutadella. Here we have Arco de Triunfo Arc, and Museo Picasso is also really nice. And this is also a Gothic neighborhood, is also one of the oldest neighborhoods in the city. It's just outside of the Roman walls, because in the medieval age, the city started expanding. And here there was a river that came just from outside Barcelona, and it was really important for the development of the neighborhood. It's a Rec Comtal, and it arrived just here, if I'm not wrong, here, in the Born, Centro Cultural de Memoria. This is an archaeological site as well, where you can visit and you can see all the little firms that were developed after the expansion of the city and through around this river. And this is really important because it marked this neighborhood as an industrial neighborhood, and this kept being part of the history through the ages, the history of our space. And so this neighborhood is really central, as I said, but it has had some social issues through the decades and the centuries, because it was a neighborhood of the working class. And so you will see the streets are narrow, typical of the medieval age, but they were not able to develop better the neighborhood. So this enhanced the installation of the working class, because they were not able to renovate all the houses and to put all the comforts that maybe the richer class was now looking for through for their houses. But the nice part is that it remained more or less as the original one. Going back to our association, I will zoom in a little bit and show you the spaces that are entitled for the festival. So why did we choose to have the festival in this area? The festival in this area was born exactly because of the typology of this neighborhood. So it was a neighborhood of the working class, and a lot of people that could not afford cultural life were living in this neighborhood, but it was not meaning that they were not interested to cultural life. So the festival was born as an idea between friends, among friends, to create cultural opportunities for everyone. So we call it also a social festival in order for culture to be available to the maximum people possible. And it was born as a street festival. So people didn't need to pay for a ticket, and we had the maximum visibility in the neighborhood. And also it's a really central neighborhood. So it put together also the international part, which is related to tourism, and the local part, which is related to the inhabitants of this neighborhood. That is, you will see yourself, it's really a lively area of the city. It's really mixed. There is a lot of intercultural and intergenerational part of people, let's say. So it's now starting to be more and more valued, and people are taking also into awareness of how important it is, this intergenerational and intercultural part of this neighborhood. So one of the places, speaking about the streets, as I mentioned, this was born as a street festival, open air festival. One of the places is Plaza de San Pedro, which is really next to the association, and is one of our main stages, or at least it has been so far. So here we will have many of the performances. You will see it's a really nice corner of the city, and it attracts a lot of people also stopping by, because yeah, as I mentioned, here we have the Arco di Triunfo, so it's really a lively area. Here starts Parque de la Ciutadella, which is here. Another part of in the open air that we will have this year for the first time is just here where I mentioned that is the Borna Centro de Cultura y Memoria, because now, as I mentioned, it's an archaeological site, and they have also exhibition. It's really beautiful. Here in front, there is a big square, and we will have performances there, which is also a really good experience, because it's also a really lively part of the city, and it's really beautiful. Then, apart from that, we cooperate with institutions of the city since many years right now. So we started developing the festival also together with other institutions, and this gave us the possibility to have performances and yeah, for example, projections when we speak of video art. We have these performances also in enclosed spaces. One of the spaces is the Casal de Barri, which is right here. And Casal de Barri is something that, for example, I'm Italian, things like this in Italy don't really exist, or at least they are developing right now. This casal is self-organized space. So it's space of a public space that is entitled to be given to associations and people that want to gift the community with something. So it can be a lot of different activities. It can be dance classes, it can be music classes, it can be workshops of anything that you'd like to experience, let's say. You see here they are dancing together. So Tudanzas started collaborating with their workshop, with our workshop with them. And we started also developing the festival in these spaces. So, for example, in case it rains or in case we have a lot of people, and we can convey it also to a closed spaces. And this is really one of the, now it's really an important collaboration for us. Another space is here, just in front. Espai Jova, Palauelos. Espai Jova means youth space. So the concept is close to the one of the Casal de Barri. So we have here a lot of activities, but they are mainly entitled to youth people, young people. And the people can also book spaces for themselves in case they don't have any to study, or in case they want to go play something specific, in case they want to prepare more workshops. It's really a lively space, and the cultural activity changes a lot through the months. They have a big programmation, and it's really a good opportunity for everyone. And then to the third space, which is here. This is the Plaza de Sant Agustí Vell. The space is really, should be this one. I don't see it. I will look for it. It's this one. Centro Civic Convent de Sant Agustí. This was an old sort of monastery, convent. It's a really gorgeous space, as you can see. And now it's also entitled to the community, more or less, yeah, as the Casal de Barri, as I showed you earlier. And it has a really beautiful patio that you see here. Let's see if we can have more pictures. And they have a lot of spaces inside also, where we normally take all the performances, all the projections, and also in the patio here, we normally do a lot of events and performances, and it's really stunning. So every day you will see in the programmation a little bit of where the places are, where the performances are, at what time, and we will move through the different spaces, which you can see they are really close to one another. And the association is here, Plaza here. And we will have our artists here, we will have all of our activities. And so as you see, our what we do is really connected with the territory. It's connected to the territory because of the people that we started doing the things for, well, for ourselves as well, but the idea was to involve the community. And then little by little, when things started to take shape, Also, we started being involved with the public spaces and creating a net, which is what you saw already in the form. For example, the answer, the question about the net, what is it for you? The net is connection, as some of you guessed, and it's really important for us. It's really important because we sustain each other, and we working together we can create something that individually would not be as good, as powerful as we are able to do together. So, do you have any questions now? I will stop sharing.
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, so for example, something that I can share with you again. I wanted to check. You see the shape here of the neighborhood, but my friend and colleague Joanna will explain to you better. Well, I will just tell you to look at the shape and keep it in mind, let's say. Then one thing that well, I can mention is, okay, here we have the Barrio Gótico. Here there is the Barceloneta. So the limits of our neighborhood are Barrio Gótico, Barceloneta. Here it will be like Poblenou, you see here. And the Champla, which is the part, Champla is yeah, the grid part of Barcelona that was built in the 19th century. Yeah, for getting to Tudanzas, the closest metro stations are Urquinaona here or Arco de Triunfo, depending on the metro line that is more convenient. And yeah, then you will see by yourself all the pretty little things that this neighborhood hides. For example, also Palau de la Música is really a place to check out. It doesn't show anything here, but it's really amazing. And so you can see all the history that is mixing with all social classes and cultural places. It's really, really a lovely, lovely neighborhood. And yeah, so we could start right now doing our links again. And then I would give maybe 5 to 10 minutes of break before the next activity. What do you think? Okay, great. Okay, so you still have the link, right?
Which link?
The link to see the video with the links, the YouTube, in the chat. Okay. We can take a paper and start with our links. Great, Hubert. You will have to teach us the next time. You will be our mentor.
But I keep butchering the paper, and it's a bit.
Oh, it's good. It's good. I'm way behind that right now. Okay, so if you are still through the process, don't worry, take your time. The ones who finished it already can write a word on the links concerning the information that we just had. So to have a nice group of links that reminds us a little bit about our path through the formations. I cannot read it. Wait, 3 different festival stages. Good. Then it's actually more because every space has more rooms to act. So it's a lot of stages, inside, outside, but it's good. Connection, nice. I don't see Bruno. Explore, may, marrying in spaces. Sorry, Sarah, I cannot read very well.
Was moving.
Moving, great. We love movement. Culture heritage. Thanks, Hubert. Different social classes. Yeah, very good. Sylvia? Support. Super. Explore, exciting. Great. We are exploring also feelings. It's interesting. Thank you, Katerina. Great. So I'm not sure whether you know why we do these links. Do you know? Okay, so let me check. I don't want to spoil someone else's formation, so I will check if there is someone that needs to explain this to you. Okay, I think I can tell you. And then we would take our break. So this is part of Arte en Común, community art. At first, you might not see why, because it's just an origami. But origami actually have a lot of different meanings inside, and some of them are deep already by just doing the origami. So it's a sort of meditative act, and you work with your hands. You need to be sort of precise. It depends on any one of us, how precise we are, but it's an art made with your hands, with something delicate as the paper, which is one aspect. And so it already involves, for Tudanzas, it's already like a dance, a movement with the hands. And it's the first thing. The meditation is another thing. But the fact of doing all together, one small thing like origami, if we do it, do all together at the same time, or also in different times, but always thinking to the same purpose, we are activating our energy through this purpose and all together. So we are doing a community act all together, even though we are in different times and different places. Specifically this year with the links, we wanted to raise awareness of the extinction of some species. So the Iberical lynx is extinguishing. I'm not sure it's the right word, but it's getting extinct. So we want to give visibility to this issue. This issue is due to climate change. So we want to raise awareness on that too. And this passes through only a simple origami, which we could see as simple, but it has a lot of meaning behind. And also during the festival, we will do this thing together every day. And we will build all together some little origami lines, let's say, like threads with a lot of links. And this will be exposed, exhibited during the festival to raise awareness and also to recollect funds for this theme. And all the part of the funds will be given to foundations that work to the protection of this species. So now for us is sort of a team building activity and something a little bit out of the expected, but actually it has deeper meanings behind, and also it can have subjective meanings. So if some of you, we will maybe see farther on, can give a different meaning to this same act. So for us, it's really important, and I hope we can enjoy it all together. Okay, so I'll give you 10 minutes. Okay, we come back at 52. 52, please be here. And we will start with our next activity, which is a workshop, Tudanzas, in Tudanzas methodology. And we will explore a little bit ourselves and the Tudanzas methodology together. See you in 10 minutes. I will stop recording. Bye-bye.
Somos piratas aportando nuestro tesoro personal en un mar de experiencias colaborativas.
Comparte el tuyo en tudanzas.com/hazte-socio.